Okay.
Hi, so here we are again.
Hi Jane, you all right today?
Yes, I'm fine, thanks. And you?
Not bad, not bad. Glad the sun's shining.
Yeah.
Bit different to last time, isn't it?
Oh, it was wind and rain last time. It was awful.
Horrible.
Yeah. So no, got a bit of spring. I'm
Thank
really looking
goodness.
forward to it.
Oh
Yes.
no, can't wait. So yeah, I hope everyone's okay. Today, Jane and I are wanting to talk to you guys about adapting the goal. So last time we spoke a bit about risk management on the move. So we thought we'd just have a chat about goals this time. So there's lots of different ways you can adapt a goal.
Lots of ways, yes.
So we're just going to talk about quite a simple way of thinking about it. So in terms of if you've got your starting goal with your pupil.
And you said this at the beginning of the lesson. So if you're sitting there with your pupil and you want to know what you're going to be doing, and the goal is all about what they're going to transition from not knowing to knowing, which we talked about before. So that's the learning opportunity. So yeah.
So obviously you're making sure that the goal that you're setting with your pupil is going to be realistic and achievable, aren't you?
Yep.
And basically a SMART goal.
SMART goal.
And of course, during the lesson, the pupil might struggle.
Well, if they're struggling, it's because you made the goal too big. Maybe it's an achievable goal, so it might be SMART goal, but they're just still not quite being given the opportunity to move forward. There might be a sticking point or something they just can't quite get a hang of.
Yeah. So in that situation, we'd look at bringing that goalpost. If you imagine a kind of goalpost that pupil is trying to reach. Now, they're not able to reach it, so we're going to bring the goalpost closer. We're going to make it more achievable. Because then once they've managed to achieve that goal closer, then we have the opportunity to push it back again.
Yes, back to where we started, or if they've evolved further, then maybe we can move it even further back than we had originally gone. And what we mean by moving that goalpost towards them is making what they're trying to do easier. So removing it down, removing some of the barriers. So if they were trying to kick a ball into the back of the net and they aren't strong enough to do that, then we'd say, well, okay, take a step forward. Would you then be able to do that? And they might be able to if they're only a little bit short. If they're a lot short, they might take a few steps forward. But what we're doing is we're making sure they achieve the goal of getting the ball in the back of the net, and we're managing that by saying, well, what have we got to change for that to happen? So they've got to move forward, or we move the goal.
On the other hand, they might be doing really, really well and achieving the goal like really early on in the lesson. So rather than just continuing to kind of do the same thing over and over again, going, oh yeah, well done, you can do that. Let's make it more challenging. Let's push that goalpost further so that they are now learning more. They're achieving more than they set out to achieve.
Yes, but along the same lines. So what we're talking about is not saying, oh, now you've done that, let's do something new. What we're trying to say is, okay, well, you've done a roundabout, great, let's make it a busier roundabout or a more complex roundabout. So you're still on the same theme.
Yeah.
Don't change everything unless they've done the very, everything they could possibly do.
That's it.
In the roundabouts.
Yeah, stay on topic, preferably. I mean, it might be that you introduce something new, but I think to kind of keep the lesson flow, it's really nice just to increase the challenge of what they're already working on. So with, like Jane said, if you're using a topic of roundabouts, you might start introducing more skills like some sign following, hand over more responsibility.
Yes. Yes. So you're keeping, as you say, that flow going. You're getting a deeper understanding of what they've already done, because they're going to be doing that over and over again in order when you stretch the goal. So they'll be rehearsing and practicing the original goal and a bit extra on top. So it's just a no-brainer, really.
Yeah. So to summarise, if your pupil's struggling, bring the goalpost closer, break it down, make it simpler, and then you can move back to where they were and then progress even more. And then if they're achieving their goal, push it back further, challenge them, make it harder, add things to it, and there you're going to see progress.
Yeah. So like and follow, and if you have any questions about what we said today, then put them in the comments. Thanks.
Great, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more.
Bye.